Welcome to Voices from the Bench, a dental laboratory podcast. Send us an email at info@voicesfromthebench.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Greetings and welcome to episode 290 of Voices from the Bench. My name is Elvis.
I think you sound like you have a cold, but my name is Barbara.
Do I? I am a little stuffed up.
Well, yeah, you sound like you are.
Yeah, I think it's this whole wake up in the morning and it's below 40, and then by the afternoon it's in the high 70s. I don't know how to dress. I'm constantly fiddling with the car, heat, air conditioning. It's terrible.
Oh, us Florida folks, it got down to the 60s one morning. I was so excited. I went for a really long run and skipped and smiled, and it was fantastic. And now it's already back up to the 80s, but it was for a day. It lasted for a whole couple mornings.
How did you survive? How did you
very happy. I told
bear this tundra of cold?
Well, tomorrow I leave for Michigan, so I'm coming up your way to see my dad's family. We're taking my dad up there, so I'm excited. It's going to be in the 40s. Us Florida people love 40s. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't wait. I'm excited.
I find it so interesting you guys get excited for cold weather.
Yes, I am.
I guess if it was 80 tomorrow, I'd be pretty excited too. So
yeah,
I guess I could see that. What's up? Is the lab busy right now? Are you guys seeing a little bit of this?
I'm so busy. Yes, we finally get busy again. Yes.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a slow, but it's not too bad. So I'm hoping this whole fall break thing gets over quickly.
My area, the CAC department, we were slow for about 3 weeks, and I haven't been slow in years, and so I was kind of sweating it a little bit. But then, it's feast or famine. All of a sudden it comes back and bang, there's cases everywhere. So
it's always in waves.
Busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's absolutely always in waves. So last week I gave props to myself for learning ExoCAD.
No.
I'm giving props to myself again.
Oh my.
I know. I got to tell somebody. I tell my family and they look at me like I'm crazy. Did a surgical guide, used it today, number 9 and 10. Placed the implants and immediate load temps. Beautiful. Out the door. It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Very seldom do I get a chance to, the whole process I was a part of. So at the surgery, did the guide. I was there when we made the temps, helped design. What a great experience.
Well, good for you.
I wish I could do it all the time. Some of you people that do this stuff all the time, I don't know how you live with yourselves with all the good feels.
It is good feels, for sure.
Absolutely. We'll have fun in Michigan.
Thank you. I will. That's where I was born, right?
Yeah, I've heard something about you in Detroit. And
Kid Rock.
Yeah, they don't let you back. Something like that. I don't know.
I'll behave. I'm older now. I'm more reserved. So what's happening this week? Let's do this.
Do you know what we love most about talking to the people that we get on this podcast?
Everything.
But what's really cool is you think you know somebody through Instagram, and then we get to talk to them, and then we really get to find out all about the person. And this is what happened when we talked to this week's guest. We get to talk to a Kristina Vaitelyte. I've been following her on Instagram for a while, seeing her amazing fixed work that's always got some really unique photography skills. But when she was featured on the Night Shift group, we knew it was time to find out more about her. See, Kristina was born on the Independence Day of Lithuania's separation from the Soviet Union.
Nice.
I mean, talk about a crazy time to come into the world.
Yep.
She's the daughter of a dentist. And Kristina taught herself Photoshop, and she set out on this career about photography. But after her dad became a technician, her brother became a prosthodontist, and her sister became a ceramist, she really had no other options but to get into dental.
Yep.
And her passion is digital. Kristina talks about getting her degree in Lithuania, going to other countries for a student exchange program, learning a lot at Nexus Dental, and now working in an in-office role that allows her to play a huge part of the treatment planning and working with patients to give them the smile they want. So please join us as we chat with Kristina Vaitelyte. What's the worst part about getting into digital in dentistry? That's not having the support that you need. And did you know that Ivoclar has digital equipment sales specialists? These experienced professionals, now these are people that have been doing this for a while. They're here to help make your transition to digital a smooth one. Don't waste your time with anyone else. They help provide customized solutions, analyze your ROI, provide hands-on assistance, and localized support. All of this catered to your needs. Let's be honest, when we're into digital, most of us have a lot of needs. Contact a digital equipment sales specialist today by emailing digitalspecialist@ivoclar.com. Tell them you heard it here on the podcast, and always, Ivoclar, we appreciate your support. Whether you're looking to elevate your craftsmanship or looking to cut back on cost, look no further.
VITA MFT teeth are the ultimate solution for creating lifelike and stunning smiles.
Crafted with precision and backed by cutting-edge technology, VITA MFT teeth offer unparalleled aesthetics and durability.
And since VITA believes in the power of experiencing excellence firsthand, for a limited time only, they are offering you the chance to get a complimentary case sample.
That's right, a full case absolutely free. Just visit vitanorthamerica.com/free MFT.
Don't wait any longer to start providing your customers a premium tooth at an economy price. Redeem your free case sample, and if you're ready to buy, VITA will even give you an extra 10% off discount by shopping online on their newly launched online store.
Join the VITA family today, and we appreciate your support of the podcast. Voices from the Bench. The interview.
Yeah, Vaitelyte.
Vaitelyte.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaitelyte?
Vaitelyte.
Vaitelyte?
There you go, Bob.
Vaitelyte. I see it now.
Yeah, you pronounce every single letter.
Vaitelyte.
Yeah.
Vaitelyte. I'm going to forget it. All right.
Just remember, wait a little. That's it.
We are super excited today to bring somebody all the way from the UK onto the podcast. We welcome Kristina Vaitelyte. Did I get it?
Yeah, actually, you're very close. Very, very close.
I'm beaming with pride right now.
You should be. Yes.
Kristina, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, indeed. So let's get rolling. Let's find out how you got into this industry. How did you find it?
So I born into industry.
Oh.
My mom is a dentist, and she graduated in the Soviet Union back in the day. And of course, she was working, like our even house was connected to the practice she was working. So people been knocking to the door Christmas time, and she was extracting teeth in our kitchen,
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Because they knew where we lived.
Yeah.
Well, when you live right next door, I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. And she was a village doctor. And that means that, there is nobody else. And she likes helping out people. She likes fixing problems. She's just, very professional woman. So this is how it started. And I'd never wanted to go in the industry. All my toys been dental related. Even the stickers been like, all the dental brands or dental brand related. Mugs, again, if my mom gets, some Ivoclar or anything. So
yeah.
I don't know how to explain, but this is how it happened. It wasn't anyway, back in 90s, it wasn't many things there. It was still kind of after deficit, So all of these kind of been,
Oh.
like small prizes because nobody else get them.
So how did you know that you didn't want to become a dentist, but you wanted to become a dental technician?
Actually, it's long, very long story. So starting with my mom, I never enjoyed it. It's just like dealing with people, and I wanted to be an artist in general. That was my
Yeah.
main. So I wanted to be an artist, and I started doing like photography, Photoshop, and all of that jazz when I was 12. And
Wow.
torrents being available, it wasn't it wasn't illegal. Well, it was illegal, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And
What was
I
illegal?
like torrents, when you like I got Photoshop from there, you just download and use it
Oh, a
without
little pirated.
pirating.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Gotcha.
this is
I would assume
like
you know that.
yeah, but it wasn't everything in the country there, so this is the only way to get, if you want
Oh, it
music, if you
wasn't
want
available in the
movies.
Soviet Union? You couldn't get Photoshop?
So when I born on Independent Day. So Lithuania is free for 33 years, and I bought exactly
Oh,
on the same day.
You're
But
kidding. That's crazy.
yeah, I know.
Wow.
However, the society doesn't change that fast.
sure.
So we're still growing, we're still learning, and I enjoyed, the process of technology. I'm really good at it in a way. I spend a lot of time. However, I get it what to do and how to do it. So I was, playing with Photoshop and all of that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad decided that he will become a dental technician at the
Hmm.
age of 40.
Wow.
And my parents opened also 2 dental practices and a lab. And immediately my brother decided that he gonna study dentistry.
Hmm.
So your dad just decided?
Yeah, he decided. So he was like 40. Okay, I'm going back to uni.
What was
So
he doing before?
every, you know, I don't know, like post-Sovietic man, he was electrician, he was the builder, he was a driver. He has professional license, to drive a
Yeah,
tractors and all of
okay.
that jazz. So he was everything.
So he didn't know what he wanted to be until he grew up.
Looks like, yeah. you know.
He was probably watching all of the crowns and things that your mother was seating and looking at the bills and going, damn, I can do that.
Exactly this. Like, if somebody can do it, I can do it. So my dad went to uni, and I
That's
started
great.
going. Yeah, at that age, and everybody, oh my god, are you sure?
Yeah, I bet.
Is that a 2-year degree?
It is 3-year degree, and
3-year
you get a
degree.
bachelor's.
Wow.
And when he got in the uni, there is only 2 universities in Lithuania where you can get. There was a massive selection. So basically, you can enter University of the Dental Technology only once in 2 years, and it was up to 15 people.
Wow. So he got chosen. Wow, that's really a great story.
Yeah, exactly. So you are the chosen one, and the competition is quite big. So, and you need to go through manual exam, and your grades need to be great, and probably you'll need to bribe somebody because it's that time. So, the gifts. So if it's not money, then you're gifting something. But it was normal, and people didn't get in the uni if they didn't bribe.
Hmm.
You had to bribe to get into school? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
It is very interesting times because it's like when the big Soviet Union collapsed and we become independent, and all the Baltic states developed. So we have Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and then we need to be on our own, and it's not very clear how to grow the country. So it's
Huh.
still the same
Sure.
mental. You still follow the same rules, same habits, and then you learn over the years when the
Yeah.
generations are changing. But yeah, it used to be a thing, a big thing.
And you
So
were born the day all three of those countries became independent.
yeah, so I born on
That's
March 11,
crazy.
1990, and
Yeah.
yeah, this and we signed, that we are independent. So I have really nice thing that in Lithuania, my birthday is always 3-day bank holiday,
Oh,
holiday.
yeah. You always had the day off, yeah.
I have always a day off. So that is fascinating. And what happened? So my dad got in uni, graduated, and my brother started preparing his exams because you need to be really good at chemistry, physics, and everything. And you need massive grades, like amazing grades to get into uni,
Wow.
for dentistry.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
dentistry, sure. Did he have to bribe to get in?
Oh, no, lucky him. So he was that smart. He started preparing when I think he was like 14 when he decided.
Oh, wow.
He was a teenager. So he started, collecting all the grades, going to Olympics of chemistry and all of that, which gives extra bonuses for entering universities. So then he got into university. He became a general dentist, and then he became a prosthodontist. So
oh my God. Your brother's a prosthodontist? Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Barb loves those.
Yeah.
And my sister as well. She got in the same uni where my dad got. And she's a ceramist.
That's crazy.
And she graduated 2009. So nearly 20 years. I mean, not nearly, but over 15 years. So she graduated that time. And
where do you fall into all this?
Yeah.
So I finished photography, and I didn't like the, denture side. I thought it's messy. I thought it's stressful, and I like, the arts. And I thought arts and, photography will, be the best thing for me. So I graduated, worked as a photographer, but of course I helped mom, working with her, in the practice because, she needs help, and why not? Family is always closest.
Sure.
I help with repairs, if anybody needed help, because it's like family sufficient business. So I did some stuff. I helped with casting as well, or wax modeling. I kind of enjoy that, in my spare time. And finally, I don't know, I thought it's hard to be freelance photographer in Lithuania, after digitizing. I think 2009, when the digital cameras become very available, everybody became a photographer. So competition was insane.
Yeah, I get that.
And when you're born in a dental family, all your holidays are related with dentistry. So we used to go on family holiday to IDS.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's great. Elvis and I want to go there one day.
You should. It's a festival, dentistry festival on steroids.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. You just go in and you never come out. And it's like from 9 till, till whatever they close the door. The deals are happening there. The new technologies are born there. And they people meet and they later collaborate. After 2 years, you can see what they did together. So we went in 2009, 2011, and 2013. This is 2013 was the year when everybody started showing digital. So we have intraoral scanners. We have the software is amazing.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 everywhere. And that was fascinating. I said, it's Photoshop. I can do it.
You know
what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I can transfer my knowledge to this. Just give me some time. And funny thing, my sister decided to move to another lab from parents, just, to finally try something different, because she was, quite long time there. And they mostly worked on removables and some crown and bridge. And she wanted to touch digital as well. And one of the labs near the capital of Lithuania, they bought all the Zik and Zan, they have ExoCAD, and they didn't have a people to work there. So what happened? My sister said, my sister can do it.
Without ever doing it.
So she offered you up?
Yes.
God, that's crazy. Thank you very much, right?
Exactly. But I didn't have any experience. I've seen it in Expo for 5 days.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, give me a week or two. I'll find out what to do. And actually, the same week I was milling zirconia on my own. I was designing. I needed a help, with margins and anatomy. But that was, where technicians came to my bench and we could discuss.
Sure.
So we've been milling zirconia, wax, and we've been casting that. And it's just fascinating. And from there, it just grew, that I went to uni to study it. Basically, after a year of working there. You know how, I really liked your memo when you said, if you want to become a dental technician, to be unappreciated and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
And because I didn't have a qualification, I was always hammered, oh, you're not a dental technician, And I said, if it's a paper, I'll just go to uni. So I entered to uni after a year working there.
In Lithuania, do you have to have a degree to be a dental technician? How does that work?
Yes, you can't.
Okay.
So I'm working at the moment in the UK.
Yep.
In the UK, you can be a dental technician and so process worker, they call it.
Yep.
So we don't know how many unregistered dental technicians are in UK, but they are allowed to do under the supervision of dental technician.
Sure.
And there are massive labs where it's maybe one or two, only registered, and like whatever amount, non-registered. And we are losing quite a big amount of registration because it is, as it's not well paid, it's not appreciated, and
sounds like a meme.
Exactly. And even nurses can do more than us. So they can work in the mouth, they can take intraoral scans, they can write a prescription,
Yeah.
And this is why we're getting not the greatest scans or impressions, all of this, or like not very clear lab description, lab sheet, what needs to be done. So, and we are not allowed to do that. Some things are changing now under the General Dental Council in UK, but it is possible here to work without registration or without a diploma. In Lithuania, you can't. You have to be with a bachelor's degree.
You have to. Wow.
You have to. You can't be in the lab and doing dentistry stuff, so like casting and all of that, without diploma.
So you can do different things, like say you can mill, you can design, but then you have to have a degree to do the other things in Lithuania?
I would say you have to do everything. I think CAD, when I started, because there was nobody there.
Oh, so you were allowed.
Yeah, exactly. It's 10 years ago. There was nobody trained. Now we are getting, after COVID, we're getting more people digitizing, getting, intraoral scanners demanding that labs would work with the softwares as back in the day. And like how hard it is to get into technology if you never did that.
Yes.
So I can see my sister struggling. So she's a ceramist and she needs a lot of assistance and she is lost in the digital world.
Yeah.
But she's very good manual worker, so she can eyeball the shade. She can, create multiple type of shapes of the crowns by hand. As you know, I just can jump on a computer, do the job, but I can't do anything manually.
You weren't so great waxing it up, huh?
I did my best, but later, I've been that good with digital that I didn't have time to do it manually. So I did a little bit carving, I did a little bit, waxing up, and I did touch everything to understand the background because I mainly do the frameworks of full contour for the ceramist. So I need to be good at anatomy anyway.
So take us back. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, and I get where you're coming from. But so you were working with your sister, you were doing CAD CAM, which was okay at the time because you didn't need a degree, and then you went to the university. So that's a 3-year degree. So did you stay working in that lab with your sister and go to school for 3 years?
No, I decided to leave and take student exchanges.
And that's how you got to the UK?
Exactly. So my first student exchange was actually in Tenerife.
Tel Aviv?
Yeah,
wow.
So physically it is Africa, but morally it is Spain, so Europe. But it is on the coast to Casablanca, like basically Morocco, and you're not far from Sahara, desert.
Wow.
Exactly. So it's very far. So I decided, let's go there, just out of the blue.
Wow. That takes balls. What, you just decided that you wanted to get out of there and travel?
Yeah. So I've been still in uni. Uni is very specific. So we are studying first years mainly all theory. So we're going through, occlusion, anatomy. We're having, to go through all biology. So it's a lot of, exams. It's a lot of theory there.
Yeah.
And after all year studying, you need to take practice at least 4 weeks. Because I went on student exchange, I went for 3.5 months.
Wow.
Damn.
Did they put you up in a place, or do you live with a family, or how does that work?
So it took me 3 months to find a place. They signed the documents, everything was fine, and then I needed to find a way to live.
Oh, geez.
I know. And I found on Couchsurfing, so it's basically pre-Airbnb. So you could apply write to people and they accept you to their houses, for free as a traveler.
Huh.
So I found a guy. So he was a Ukrainian, and he was a lovely person, and he was living, in Tenerife, and he divorced with his family, and he decided to rent his so basically one room to me. And I was like, yeah, that'll do for me, perfect. And it was like 20-minute bus ride to the to the lab. That guy actually, he is growing the best weed in entire island. He gets the rewards that he grows the most organic stuff, because you can go to weed retreats. So basically you become a club member where you can go and smoke the weed.
Damn, I want to go there, Elvis.
Exactly, go for it. And it's like organic and great, and he's growing, like he loved, and it was his passion to do that. And I was growing, like living in this crazy house with him, with, basically chilled out guy, which is actually Ukrainian, living in Tenerife.
Wow.
I would imagine he was pretty chill.
That is great.
Yeah. So, and actually it is mostly populated with Germans, the island itself.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So they speak a lot of German. And German dental technicians work there. So it means we're having masters.
Yeah.
We, like, Lithuania is based on the German teaching.
Oh,
so it's very, very strict and specific. So quality out of uni is really good. And I went to a place where they've been doing dental tourism.
Oh.
Yeah, so like a lady from Russia came, and she came for 2 weeks. So she got her, implants, sinus lift, and then they put, denture conversion immediately there. And we've been working with the welding, with the Bego welder machine.
Mm-hmm.
So basically cutting the titanium, putting to the titanium cylinders, and then composite and denture teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of that technique.
Wow.
And you had to do it quickly because they're only there for like what, a week or?
Yeah, so it was 1 day surgery. Next day it was if it's not sinus lift, and next day it was basically a load, or same day. So it depends if they needed any adjustments.
Yeah.
But they get try-in denture, then they get the surgery next day, and in the evening the final denture needs to be ready.
Wow, no pressure there, really? So you were doing all of that?
So that was back in 2016.
Uh-huh.
So I spent the 3 months, working with, crazy German people, and they've been teaching me, everything, but they basically been breathing dental technology.
Yep.
They were breathing something else by that one guy.
Absolutely. So this is where, everything started, but I wanted to go to digital. It was too much manual for me.
Yeah.
It seems to me like you always knew that. Like you always knew that your goal and your skills and your passion was digital, like even then.
Yeah, exactly that. I completely agree. I knew that I'm focusing on digital. Mm-hmm. I like computers. I'm very fascinated by all the, how quickly it changed the industry.
Mm,
and I'm even more curious what's happening in the future.
Yeah.
Because it changes even the, the treatment itself. So after all of this experience, I came back for year 2. And so in May, next year, May, I applied to another places. And from Tenerife, I met a guy who started working in UK. And he said, I know such a fantastic lab. And I just messaged them and they replied me. And actually, the owner was, on your podcast. So it's Stephen Campbell from Nexus Dental.
No kidding. Yeah.
So because one guy, I basically texted in Tenerife and he said, I work in Fantastic Lab. I found out about them. And then I messaged them and I got a reply, yeah, come over,
why not?
Student exchange. The only thing I was like, oh my God, am I spending summer in UK? Exchanging, like tropical islands to rainy weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I thought like, oh, whatever. It was one of the best summers, the hottest weather. It was the best team you can work with. And I learned so much. So I was just dropped into, the pool of high-end technology.
Yeah, that's
and
a great
said,
lab.
okay, just crack on. So I found, the way I've been taught a lot I found my own ways. I've been working mainly with 3Shape, and later I just moved, to Exocad, but all my foundation is on Exocad.
Mm-hmm.
So I started with Exocad, then I tried, 3Shape, and now I'm back to Exocad in general.
So how early did you start with Exocad?
I started late 2013.
Wow.
Really early, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know when it came out, but that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was very nice software to work with, and now it's even nicer.
Yeah.
So,
No, for sure. Did your dad ever want to do digital?
yes, you do. I think he would be great, but I think he's like, he did his bit, and I think he wants to retire as well.
Yeah.
Enjoy the life. As my mom, actually, she's 70 on the 30th of September, and she works 6 days a week.
Wow.
And she's from 8 till whatever, if the patients are coming.
Probably because she wants to, right?
I think she likes it.
Yeah.
I think she likes a good challenge as well. So I kind of feel like we're getting more similar with age as well, which is interesting.
That isn't, yeah.
Her explanation, excuses, people are calling me.
I gotta go. Yep.
So she can't stop working, because people are calling her.
So your brother, is his practice close to where your mom's is still?
So he's working in pattern practice, and he's
okay.
working with dentures, implants, not immediate loads, I'm lying, Olenix cases.
Mm-hmm.
So he is more of the modern, as my mom is everything about healing. Gotcha. Preserving, the teeth. Right. So it's two different worlds. It's really interesting to see, like, retrospectively, how everything changed. Because for my brother, okay, let's extract, put an implant. Yep. Easy, enjoy. Why do you need to suffer? Mm-hmm. As for mom, let's preserve, let's restore, let's keep it as long as possible, if it's possible.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And they get along really well, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then your dad's there doing all the technical work?
When he can. My sister came back to, she lived in UK for quite some time, but a year ago she came back to help them out and also, enjoy Lithuania. Wow. With kids as well, because kids speak, all the time English. So going back to the roots, showing kids, all the culture, because it's completely different. And also she's completely independent, and she's very much one-man band. She can do dentures, she can do casting. I started working with her a little bit, helping out, with digital stuff. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have any remakes since we started. So I just have absolutely bulletproof workflow that works everything and every time.
Wow.
And I love it, absolutely love it. And it also makes everything so fast. And the patients, when do they need teeth? Yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
Is somebody outside?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I hear trucks or cars.
Oh, yeah. I think it's on my side. Somebody
no worries.
Getting, with the motorbike. So, yeah, it is very complex, how I got in the industry. And I feel like, profession chose me rather than opposite.
It didn't sound like you had a choice with your family. I mean, yeah. It was almost destined.
Yeah, exactly. And I tried to escape it, but later it's just like, oh, okay, fine. I'm just going.
Take me back. So I'm still trying to figure out how. So you were in the UK, you went for a great team, but you were still would you say, exchange student, but you live there now. So how did you go from being an exchange student to, did you go back home and then move to the UK, or did you just never leave?
Exactly that. So I did 2 student exchanges. So I came back, for the year 3, and year 3 was half of a year only. So basically till January. And then you're going on the longest, so 6-month bachelor thesis exchange, or you're going to basically a working place. And you choose where you're going. And I decided that I'm coming back to Nexus. And I went there and I said, I'm writing my bachelor's degree. Can I, do it one case, something? So I chose, to do in ceramic. So I design it myself. I see what kind of problems I can make, as a technician, and how much ceramics needs to work after me. So that was really good experience, to see all work from start to finish, what I can do and how I can improve, the ceramist experience.
Oh, sure.
And minimize any kind of trimming, they need to do. In my eye, with digital, they need to focus on ceramics and final details rather than trimming off the big frameworks.
Yeah.
So that helped me a lot. And I did this and I said, do you want me working here? And they said, of course, sure. And this is how it happened. I basically came back, did my bachelor's degree, packed my luggage, and I said goodbye to my family. And I jumped on the plane, and I had a one-way ticket.
Wow.
And I moved, to the UK, and I'm since then. And what was it, 2018?
And you're still at Nexus?
No, I worked with them for 4 years, and I found a great opportunity to work in on-site lab.
Oh, yeah, in an office, sure.
In an office, seeing the clinic, seeing the patients, seeing my final work in a math. And I think this is where the biggest experience come, because being a lab technician, if you're distant from the practice, it's really hard to understand the needs.
Oh, absolutely.
The way I came out of uni, so it's the natural, all the mamelons, recreating the nature, following the age of the patient. When you see the patient, they want a white, nice teeth.
Yeah, they don't want that. They don't want that. No, thank you. I don't want to see that translucency or those fingers.
Yeah. Oh my God, you put a crack in my tooth. Yep. Yeah. So all of this just opened my eyes, because I heard my mom talking about that, but I never realized that, what we want to make as a manufacturers and what patient wants to receive are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked in Nexus for 4 years, and it was one of the best times. I grew so much. I moved to another, place where I'm working now for 2 years, and I learn even more because I speak with clinicians. I do speak about the treatment plan, not like treatment plan, about the restorations with the patients. So they come and sit down with me. I started understanding the dentist.
Yeah.
Patients can be difficult.
So you meet the patient before they even get any work done.
Correct, because I do work on spinal makeovers, and sometimes we see patients in their early 20s, which is not very usual. Like if you look from olden days, people who need teeth was who lost them, and now people get teeth who wants to look like social media hero.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing more and more of this tendency. They come with their vision. They want a neighbor's teeth. My friends, are BL2, BL1. I want the same. And we do work with these kind of high expectations clients.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it's bleach shade and they don't want any like mamelons, any like shading, anything there, you can see shape very well and imperfections of the shape, especially when they want that, straight smile.
Yeah.
So it is really, really interesting to see them, because it's nothing what you would do if you would be distant lab, because it doesn't sound real, if it makes sense. But patient is always right, because we're in a team with them and we are creating what they want.
So you never try to talk them out of those crazy bleach, no characterization smiles?
So because I don't work with the color, I work with the shape. So for me, color comes, whatever patient asked. So I work with all the digital files, and I do create your smile before touching you in general as a patient. So I take your scan, I take your picture, I overlay, superimpose that, and I do decide what you might like. So I get some guidance, maybe Hollywood, maybe youthful, maybe something, or maybe something in between. And then I choose from, and all the libraries I have, and I customize to that one patient. And then I can send a link or discuss on the FaceTime, or I can discuss while they're in the chair.
Wow. And they can tell you if they like it like the corners, or they want them, more square or longer. So you actually get their opinion on what they're looking for, and you actually change it right there with them?
Exactly.
Wow, that's cool.
It helps to minimize a patient appointment.
Yep.
And also people are traveling, people taking a day off to come to the office, and it doesn't matter which age they are. This service just connects us. And I think this is where the dental technician position changes, because instead of doing the Chinese whispers, the dentist tells us what patient told them, okay, tell, we get a direct feedback. And that direct feedback gives, the results they want immediately.
Do you find that patient acceptance for the final restorations is probably a lot higher and a lot easier when they're involved in the cosmetics and the features on their cases?
Exactly that. And plus, we are working at the moment most of the time. So the practice I'm working, they're working on monolithic structures. So that means there is very little ceramics work needs to be done.
So it's all
using yes, it's all me, and later we're using Mio to make it a bit alive, but that means that we have no room for interpretation. We confirm the shape and we deliver the shape.
Yep.
And the patient will not say, I didn't like this one. Why did you put a notch there? They call it fangs, so it's a canines.
Yeah.
Why my fangs are so long, So we know the length, what they want, and we have much less patients coming back because they change their mind, or they, like what they trialed is not the same what they got.
Yep.
So, wow. So that's really nice in a way. So it's much better client experience if you're very specific client.
Do you find most patients extremely picky, giving them that ability to pretty much do whatever they want?
in Primo Dental, where I'm at the moment in Chester, UK, this is all the patients. We're getting the fussiest patients you can get.
Yeah.
They come with the pictures. They come with, sometimes they measure even the colors. We had one patient who got BL1, so low translucency Emax BL1, and he wasn't happy because in pictures, his mates, friends who got, we did also his friend's smile. His smile looks whiter, just because of the stump shade.
Tell me, your friends drink more coffee. No.
Exactly. There's a wine or beer, whatever.
Yeah.
So we getting really, really fussy patients, and our patients are quite young, and sometimes we're getting patients who are like, it's their 60th birthday, and they're thinking to go maybe to Turkey, but they've seen our Instagram, and they decided that I'm coming to you, and it's my 60th. I want to, please, I want to make my teeth. I want to have my teeth.
I want to be 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Make
me look 40.
Yeah, anything younger. So they're getting BL2 as well sometimes.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't expect.
So is it mostly veneers like Emax, or do you do some zirconia or a mix of both?
We do a mix of both. We do implants. We do immediate denture conversions. We do everything. So we have a denture department who is responsible for all the next immediates. I do, all the digital stuff, which I can do, on implants, whichever structure you prefer. I can do combinations. So we have a titanium custom with zirconia. That normally is cut back unless we are doing bleach again.
Yeah.
So we keeping everything on like full anatomy for the, the functional purposes, and depends on the case. So and we are trying to get people more on the aligner side, that they would get orthodontic treatment, and some of them, they are not patient enough.
No.
Yeah. And they decide so they have crooked teeth, and then they decided to do veneers on top of that. So, which is quite expensive biological cost, because as soon as you prep your teeth, there is no way back.
Yeah.
And you're doing all this in exocad?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just much faster. It's very intuitive workflow. And also I can share, the results. I can change and tweak them very easily. And this year was invited actually to go to in May. So I'm giving a lecture in exocad Insights.
Nice.
I know. I'm so excited about that.
That's super exciting.
So my heart is pounding, and I'm like, if I up, don't tell me. That's it, But but I'm very, very excited because it's such a nice workflow, and it involves more female dental technicians, and it allows to open the door to completely different concept of dentistry that we at the team. As recently, I think you have the same in the US, that not many people are studying dental technology. You have a massive shortage.
Oh, yeah. And you don't have to be any degree. Anybody can do it.
Correct.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. It's kind of scary.
It is. Oh my god! But it's like back in the day. We're going back to Victorian times, isn't it? Where barbers can be a dentist, and
Yeah. I hope it's not that bad, but
I mean, getting there,
yeah.
little by little. However, I think digital will help to change the concept, because this is where we're becoming a right hand for the dentist, because they don't know what to do, and every case is bespoke. They don't have enough time, to decide what to do, or the treatment plans can take, like, oh, what am I doing here, can take half of a day, and sometimes they just need to see as much patients as they can. So I think that kind of side is shifting to the dental CAD technicians.
Yep.
Because I can take picture, I can expose, so nobody needs a study models anymore. They can view the study model.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you do that with every patient? Do you take their picture and put their teeth in there? Everyone? That's cool.
Even single,
really?
Especially if it's single anterior, I'll do that, because I will see the lip line. I'll see, how does it sit in the jaw? Is it tilted? Is it midline shift? I can give you the least work for the ceramist, and also I can choose the structure. It means like, oh, we can't do like tie base here. We need to do custom design, or we need to do from cobble. Patient has, already like metal ceramics in the mouth. So maybe we crack on with that, and we are looking in from cobbled option. So I can give you options, because you can't apply the same recipe to everyone.
Right.
And I can help with that.
You mean an Emax isn't perfect for everybody on an anterior?
Depends if you have metal stump shade, or anything.
Yeah.
We can, discuss about that again. Is it worth it? How fussy is the patient? So it again depends on the case.
Yeah, that's great.
So then connect the dots for me, if you don't mind. So your treatment planning, basically meeting with the patient, working out the aesthetics, what type of restorations, and then you meet with the doctor. And do you recommend, or do you discuss how to prep, or like, what do you need for the final result with the doc before the doctor goes in and preps?
Yes. If it's very complicated case, definitely. Yep. If the patient is traveling from far away, definitely. Or I'm going to message on a WhatsApp or any other, communication tool. I will send the web link. I will send, the consents. Wow. I am not working in the mouth, so my prep work isn't amazing, but I'm giving them all the tools that they can be prepared, for the job beforehand. And that helps them, it unties their hands. It helps not to invite the patient for extra prep.
Yeah.
And also Exocad will do some updates, which means they will help us technicians to decide or show how much prep needs to be done, as at the moment it's a measurement tools. So to show, like color mapping and like, this is how you need to prep, help with the prep guiding, because to work in the mouth is really tricky. It's really, it's completely different area. We work on the models.
Yeah.
Just take them on the bench. We have full access there. Patient is gagging. Lips are all over the place. Patient is not opening the mouth properly or has limited range of opening. It's always wet, and it can get really messy. And also the color, when it's dentin or like enamel, it does reflect, so you don't see density that well. You need to use measuring like, putty matrix to see how much prep needs to be done and all of that, So you need to trust your gut and, find, how much is enough. As for us, we can just take it and remove it. That's it.
Wow.
So how much time do you think you spend with each patient when you first meet them?
Oh, it's at least an hour.
Yeah.
But if I don't see them, I can do a smile design between 19 minutes up to 5 hours, depending
5
on
hours?
Complex. Yeah, I mean, if it's very complex case and none of the designs fit the specific person,
yeah,
he has canted smile, he don't wanna do aligners, or he or she,
yeah,
or is there any like, it's not very clear what they want, so I can prepare like few designs, send it to the clinic, say, could you tell me or discuss with the patient beforehand? And that will allow me, or I can print them all, but to design like 3 trial smiles will take, like an hour and a half each, depending on complexity again. And then you can trial them and you can be sure that your design will fit.
Yep. Wow.
So it's options. And, when you try, to get something, like somebody's tailoring you a suit, how do you know what you want?
True.
So unless you try a few and like, okay, that works.
I usually wait for the salesperson just to tell me I look good, and that's good enough.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I wish everybody would be like that. So we had a patient who had like 20 trial smiles.
20?
She was addicted to treatment. She even came, so we did veneers for her.
Was everything else plastic, if you know what I'm saying?
Everything was plastic.
Yeah.
We had Botox, face is numb, and very small range of smile because of the Botox is in face.
That's terrible.
Lips, of course, over the,
has that
over
shelf.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have everything, and also the eyelashes, and everything is done there. Permanent makeup. So it's just additional. And some people are coming. I say, like, I'm having my boobs done. People would see what my teeth are done.
No one's looking at your teeth, ma'am.
Exactly, if they are not that exaggerated. But when they are bleached and exaggerated. So I do work with natural people, but they're not as exciting as bleach people.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very new. Like previously B1 was very bright.
Oh, yeah.
But now we have MOO, BL1, BL2, BL3, and BL4, and they have also 3 ranges of translucency.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big selection. And also it's very interesting how mentality of the patients are moving. They decided, because when you go to the shop, you don't buy the cheapest and you don't buy the most expensive.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're going like one. So this is how BL2 is popular. Because
it's in the middle of all the other BLs.
Yes. It's second from the top.
Yeah.
That's the psychology, This is what's happening because they want to, the best for them. And it's actually color range, but because it's like 1, 2, it's numbers, it has kind of hierarchy that it explains is maybe better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to explain that, but this is how it works. Like I want a BL2 because it's second to the first one. And I want a Hollywood because, like, why not? I'm doing my teeth.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes patients, the biggest complaint when they come in, to my desk, it's mainly like, I got the design which is too similar to my teeth.
Oh, they want it.
They want to look like different. I think it's good when it's similar to their shapes, personally, but I can see what they're thinking.
Yeah, I thought it too.
They want it straight across, everything even, no gaps.
Yeah, six centrals. This is how I call it.
Yeah.
They come for 6 centrals, and the rest doesn't matter. And they want to just, treat the teeth they can see. So going back to that extreme patient, so we did veneers, but because she came to the mirror, tilted her head, and could see her natural tooth, like it was upper left 4.
Yeah.
That she could see the cusp, which is a bit darker. She decided to crown it. Tooth not root treated, healthy, everything is fine. She asked to crown it.
Wow.
That's insane to me. Yeah.
It is. And then she came, of course, for like molars as well. So
yeah.
Yeah, extreme.
You mentioned implants. Do you get to treatment plan as much as doing surgical guides?
So I'm moving to that side, not at the moment, but ExoCAD has really nice. I mean, you can move, because for me it's in the cloud. It's the same probably when you go to Android or Apple. For me, everything is an ecosystem. So I'm moving, of course, to Exoplan. And I'm looking forward to try, new version of Rijeka. And that should make clinicians' job very easy, because I'm giving them decision, basically I'm gonna digest all the hard work, where the implant, where's, the nerves, everything, how much space it is, and I can do what I like. So I've been in lots of expos, and dentists are talking not the way I think it needs to be. So they're placing the implant, and then they're looking at the restorative options. I think we need to look, what can we do in this case? Or at least 2-3 options, and then go backwards to the front. Basically, to know the end story, to start from the beginning. And I think, with the planning, I can do that. Basically, any software I would use, in this case is Exoplan, I can start from planning, but I also can create a crown or a bridge or something before placement. And then it minimizes any kind of, then it's only a human error.
Yeah.
This is what can happen. It's not, oh, I thought it's gonna work. Mm-hmm. And, you can think lots of things, but when it's, evidence based, like, no, I'm planning this for the final, then it's a small error, and then we can, everybody knows what to do. So, as at the moment, dentist is placing implant and then ask, what can I get here?
Yeah. Well, that's where all the bone was. Whatever.
It's too much politely. Yeah. Or like, oh, okay. So I want to do this. I feel, it's a future, and plus I like a good challenge. So for me, dentistry is kind of Olympic Games. If you're here, just be the best. Yep. And also I like the creative side because nothing is the same. So I'm working as a designer. So it means like whatever I do on the day, everything is new. And I decided that, because every case is very bespoke, very unique. Mm-hmm. And that is my hook. I can't stop working. I never wanted to stop working. And I just can't wait what's next.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that ExoCAD Insights. What are you speaking on? What's your topic?
So basically, it is the combo of the clinicians and technicians. I'm working together with Emma Keenan. So she is implantologist and a dentist in Scotland. And also, I am in Chester, so I'm 5 hours away, something like that. Depends, on which, are you driving, are you taking a train or plane? So she's far away from me, but we are working on a case together, or few cases. So we are selecting at the moment, and we are looking about the ortho-restorative way, which is the ideal treatment. Mm-hmm. So we're having an implant, we have, veneers, we're having crowns, and also how to make it happen when you're not in a practice. So physically me.
Yeah.
Wow. And also so the ideal treatment plan and also collaboration between the clinician and the technician.
I love it. That's a great topic.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait because I think this is, the turning point for industry. I think this is where people will come back to industry because our role is changing massively.
Yeah.
And the importance, we're becoming crucial to the treatment planning. Mm-hmm. And also it can introduce, more female technicians because it's a massive lack. Like in UK, we have 5,000 registered dental technicians and 1,500 is only women. So it's a very, very small amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I saw you on the night shift.
Yeah, I am.
You were involved with them. How did you get collaborate with those awesome ladies, technicians, I should say?
Probably like everybody, we meet on Instagram and on the dental shows, and also it's not many of us. It's very easy to spot each other, especially
when there's only 1,000 of you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. And it's not everybody's loud, and I like how Nina is absolutely like telling the truth, spilling the beans with no filter. And we have a CDT, and we have everybody's so different, and also it just shows how much we can balance. Because I think it's not about the gender in dental technology in general. It's not like, oh, we need more females because we need more females.
Yeah.
I think it's a balance. Like men brings, these qualities, and women brings another qualities, especially that we can multitask. It opens a bit different spectrum, different styles, and gives, different options. And also it is a fantastic industry to be at. And for me, so when I changed my job, I was pregnant for 18 weeks. So we're nearly halfway. And I came to a new place. I told them I'm pregnant. I started working and I went for 6 weeks of maternity leave.
Yeah.
And I came back from basically, I was breastfeeding and I was designing because the baby was sleeping all the time. I got bored. I've been watching Netflix for 6 weeks and I said, like, I can do work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can be on the couch. I can be, anywhere to do the
digital.
design.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I worked for a year like this. And that was so rewarding because to stop working from industry, even for a year, is a long period.
Oh, yeah.
Too many things are happening.
Yep.
Things are changing fast. implementation, softwares, lab managing, rules, the way of working. It's just the concepts. It's just bam, 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 and you're coming back after a year, and it feels like you haven't been in the industry for a decade.
Yep.
A lot happens.
Yeah, and if you're a professional, female, I think it's really hard because like you need to choose between family and work. With digital, you can do both.
Yeah.
Love that. That's very inspiring. I hope that a lot of female technicians listen to this podcast, y'all. You heard it right here. You have both, damn it.
Boom.
Yep.
And I don't know, it's just like I never been not at work just because of my family. So you're always working,
Well, you were born into it, so you didn't really have a choice.
No, I didn't have a choice. So, or you speak about work, or you at work. We had like Breed and catalog on our kitchen table.
Yeah.
We got even like dentistry T-shirt and all of that jazz to wear. It's just like it's just you just being pimp with dentistry.
I love that. True. It's all around you. You said your Ivoclar mugs and all the merchandise, and that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like even the towels as well. You get Ivoclar. Anybody. It's just crazy. And you go to our house, it's like massive, dentistry books, and then later you have the catalogs, because back in the day, don't forget, you needed the catalog to order something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And they've been huge. Like massive brick, So, and now you have everything online, and everything is moving to that direction. So I think everybody needs to all have a technician, like CAD technician on the side, if they are, still in the old school way, which is great. I love old school as well. But all the industry is moving to that direction. And if you're not growing together, you might gonna be left behind. So that's the thing. So you're gonna be forced to retire unless you niche. So
yeah,
I would say Lithuania is quite old school still. It's very good techniques, but for example, I'm not a big fan of any sort of impressions if it's alginate or silicon, because they do distort.
Mm-hmm.
I did a research for myself because I like plaster. It's heavy. It's very crisp. It's very cheap. It's very organic because it goes back to dust. Practically zero waste and very cheap material. However, every single time I superimposed, so basically overlay the digital intraoral scan with the plastic, with the plaster scan, so the gypsum.
Yep.
Showed imperfections, like the neighboring tooth was higher, or the contact points were not tight or tighter. So digital was more accurate than plaster. So this is where I stopped asking plaster models in general. Just give me digital, because it's more chances it's gonna fit.
Yeah, especially if you're doing a digital workflow. Just keep it all digital.
It's very fast. I can make you, I can make you quicker than Cedric, I think, all this stuff, and
Sure.
very, very accurate. So, and why not? And especially, I found the dentists not really liking the temporaries. They want to, everything fast, because they don't need to temporize and face any problems, which can happen because of the temporaries.
Yeah.
And also patient gets, the final result faster.
That's the point of you working in office.
I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love your story. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Kristina, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I loved it. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast.
Absolutely.
My baby, so I'm pregnant now.
Aww.
4 weeks to go.
Congratulations.
Oh, anytime now. And the baby will be exactly 6 months on the exogat insides.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Good luck to you.
Well, Kristina, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Oh, looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Huge thanks to Kristina for coming on the podcast and telling us about your amazing story. I'm really impressed with how she can be so patient, working so close with patients just to make sure that they get what they want. That's pretty awesome, though. I think that'd be kind of fun for about a day. It's kind of like having a baby and being able to give the baby back, but
yeah.
congratulations on all your recent success, like getting on the cover of Laboratory Magazine and being a speaker at the ExoCat Insights in Mallorca, Spain.
Mallorca.
In Mallorca, Spain next May. We'll see you there. We can only imagine where your talent will take you next. Congrats.
Awesome. What a great episode.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for you, and we will talk to you next week.
Have a good one.
Bye.
I said it for you. Sorry. That was hard for you today, bro.
I'm off my game.